Hello everyone, my name is Halvi. In this video, I'll be explaining the lore of the continents Magvel. Magvel is the continent that Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones takes place upon. This continent consists of 6 countries and 1 other region. Magvel has a relatively warm climate and is mostly covered by lush green forest and plains. There are a couple of rugged mountain ranges, there is one desert, and much of its most southern parts are wastelands that experience many earthquakes and tremors. Renee is located in the center of Magvel and is the only landlocked country on the continent. It shares its borders with Frelia, Carcino, Johanna, and Grado. It was founded by one of the 5 heroes and houses a sacred stone. Grado is located in the southwest of Magvel. It shares its borders with Frelia, Renee, and Johanna. It was founded and named after Grado, one of the 5 heroes. Its sacred stone contains the spirit of the Demon King and is known as the Fire Emblem. It has the largest and most powerful military. Frelia is located in the northwest of Magvel. It shares its borders with Renee, Grado, and Carcino. It was founded by one of the 5 heroes, and the Tower of Volney was built to house its sacred stone. It is known for having the most Pegasus Knights and for having some of the best seafood on the continent. Johanna is located on the east coast of Magvel. It shares its borders with Ralston, Renee, Carcino, and Grado. It is a desert nation with its capital situated near an oasis. It was founded by one of the 5 heroes and houses a sacred stone. It is most known for its various mercenary groups. Ralston is located in the northeast of Magvel. It shares its borders with Darkling Woods and Johanna. It was founded by Latona, one of the 5 heroes, and houses a sacred stone. It is a very religious nation and ruled by a pontifex. Being so close to Darkling Woods, it experiences many monster attacks in which many of its residents have lost their lives. Like Frelia, it is known to have great seafood. Carcino is located in the north center of Magvel. It shares its borders with Frelia, Renee, Ralston, and Darkling Woods. It is a young nation that does not house a sacred stone and does not have a ruling house. Instead, it is run by a council of merchants. Darkling Woods is a region separate from any other country. It is situated in between Carcino and Ralston. It is the resting place of the Demon King's corpse, which is said to be waiting for its soul to return. Its blood and flesh have corrupted the surrounding earth, bringing life to countless hordes of monsters. No humans live here, only the Manicheets, Morva and Myrrh, who watch over the Demon King's body inside of the Black Temple. In the beginning, the Demon King and his army of monsters dominated most of the continent. Humanity was nearing the brink of annihilation. Mankind's last hope was to pray to the heavens, and by the will of some unknown divine power came from a blinding light the sacred stones. These 5 treasures had the power to dispel evil. Morva and the 5 heroes used the power of the stones to defeat the Demon King and seal away his soul into one of them. The Demon King's body was left in the Black Temple in Darkling Woods with Morva and Myrrh to watch over it. The countries of Renee, Frelia, Johanna, Ralston, and Grado were founded by the 5 heroes, each with the purpose of housing a sacred stone, and Grado's stone contained the Demon King's soul. These events were retold throughout the centuries. However, the involvement of the Manicheets was often left out. But the ones that did include the Dragonkin said that humanity's victory would have been impossible without their help, and for the next 800 years, the continent was at peace. Starting from the year 800, Leon, the Imperial Prince of Grado, began his experiments with Grado's sacred stone, the Fire Emblem. He wanted to harness the stone's power to use it for the betterment of humanity, and at first he is able to do some amazing things, such as healing a child suffering from life-threatening burns. As Leon progressed further and further into his research on the stone, he, along with some other mages, were able to use a spell called Time Shear, which allowed him to see into the future. Leon foresaw a terrible storm rising in the south, so he did not allow any ships to set sail. The people complained, but the storm did come and countless lives were saved. Next, Leon saw a horrific vision of Grado being almost completely destroyed in a massive landslide. To make matters even worse, Leon's father, Emperor Vigard, died of an illness. Leon was completely devastated as he found himself unworthy and not ready to take over his father's position as emperor. He pushed his experiments on the Fire Emblem even further, which caused it to split in half, creating an entirely new stone, the Dark Stone. With the creation of the Dark Stone, the Demon King was able to look into Leon's mind. He saw all of Leon's desires and promised Leon that he could use his power to save Grado. Leon, in his weakened state of mind, accepted the Demon King's offer and allowed him to take possession of his body. Leon, now under the influence of the Demon King, used his newfound powers to reanimate Vigard's corpse to serve as a puppet emperor, and he destroys the other half of the Fire Emblem. The Demon King planned to use Leon to start a war on the rest of the continent so that they could destroy the rest of the sacred stones, and there would be nothing left to prevent the Demon King's resurrection, and he could continue his world domination. Grado's first victim was Renee. The sudden invasion left Renee defenseless, and Grado crushed them effortlessly. Ephraim was away at the time, and Seth took Erica into Frelia to safety. Erica did not stay in Frelia for long though, as she was determined to find her brother Ephraim. On her journey, she experienced firsthand the horrors that war can bring. She met Natasha, a runaway cleric, and learned of Grado's plan to destroy the sacred stones. Meanwhile, Ephraim and his few retainers used guerrilla warfare tactics to fight back against Grado. He was able to capture Fort Renval, but the fort itself turned out to be a trap, and he was forced to flee. Erica, hot on Ephraim's trail, arrived at Renval and met with Orson, one of Ephraim's knights. However, Orson had already betrayed his country and was trying to lead Erica into a trap. Seth saw through Orson's lies, and they were forced into a fight. Ephraim soon arrived as backup, and the twins' combined forces emerged victorious. While this was going on, Grado's generals Selena and Kellic invaded the Tower of Volney and destroyed Frelia's sacred stone. Erica and Ephraim decided to split their forces. Erica was to travel to Ralston by ship and warn them about the war. Ephraim was to travel to Grado and attack them directly, and Prince Innis of Frelia was to travel to Johanna and warn them of Grado's plans. Due to sightings of a ghost ship, Erica was forced to travel the land route to Ralston, which took her through Carcino. In Carcino, she joined up with Innis and dealt with the faction of Carcino's council that sided with Grado. They made their way to Johanna, where they found it to already be under Grado control and their sacred stone destroyed. After liberating Johanna Hall, Erica found herself trapped between two of Grado's generals, Walter and Kellic. Meanwhile, Ephraim began his invasion of Grado. He recruits his former master Dusel into his army and defeats General Selena. Eventually, he confronted Vigard in Grado Keep. Upon defeat, Vigard turned to dust, and Ephraim found the mage Noel in the dungeons. Noel informed Ephraim of everything that happened involving Leon and the creation of the Dark Stone. He then heard the news that Erica was in trouble in Johanna and rushed to her rescue. Reunited, the twins defeated Walter and Kellic and decided they should liberate Renee and take its sacred stone. They found their home of Renee to be in a state of chaos under the traitor Orson's rule. They defeat Orson and recovered Renee's legendary weapons and the sacred stone. Their next destination was Ralston to secure the other last remaining sacred stone. But before they could reach Ralston, they are confronted by Leon, who was able to steal their sacred stone and destroy it. Now only one remains. Leon then left for Darkling Woods, and Erica and Ephraim continued on and arrived in Ralston, where they took some time to rest and and obtained the only surviving sacred stone. After defending Ralston Court from the remnants of Grado's army, they chased Leon into Darkling Woods to stop him from resurrecting the Demon King. They defeated Leon's body, but were too late to stop the Demon King's resurrection. They used the power of the sacred stone to seal away his soul, but were still attacked by the Demon King's body. Using the legendary weapons, the Demon King's body was completely destroyed, unable to be resurrected ever again. The remaining sacred stone was sealed away, and peace returned to Magvel. Erica and Ephraim went home to begin the restoration of their nation. An earthquake still ends up destroying Grado, sending most of it out to sea, but Ephraim journeys there to aid in their recovery. And that is all I have to say, so if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.